my friends, I'm Debbie Daly, and this is a Yin Yoga class that will help you unwind from a busy day or before bedtime. No special props are needed, but if you have a yoga block, then have that handy. If you don't, then have a small stack of books handy that's about 6 inches high. And we will start lying down on our backs. I'll see you there in a moment. Begin lying down on your back, taking up as much space as you'd like so that the energy can flow through your shoulders, through your hips, through your arms, and through your legs. And take a breath in to fill the belly, to fill the heart, and to fill the back of the body. And exhale with the mouth open. And 2 more of those, inhaling into the back, into the belly, into the heart. And 1 more, inhale. And letting the whole body soften and sink into the ground below you, as if you were making a mold in the ground, as if you were sinking into warm sand. Relax any tension that might be here in your hands, in your fingers, in your feet, in your legs and arms, in your hips, in your torso, in your head, your face. Just clearing out whatever is not needed for this practice. Letting go of whatever might have accumulated through the day. Clearing out and softening, coming into this body. And now bending your knees, hugging them into your chest, and gently rock side to side. Then roll over onto one side and slowly, gently make your way up into a sitting position for butterfly pose. Place the soles of your feet together. Sit up on a folded blanket or a pillow if you'd like, and come forward over your legs, holding on around the toes if you'd like, around the ankles, or just letting the hands rest on the ground. And holding here for 3 minutes. You can experiment with your first few moments in the pose, whether the feet want to be farther forward, farther away from you, or closer in, and how much you want to have under your seat, if anything. And once you find your position, go ahead and let your shoulders soften, let your head and neck soften, let your spine soften. And slowly rise up. Take your time feeling your spine stacking up upon itself. And continuing all the way down onto your back. Knees come together, lie down, sprawl out, or make yourself comfortable however you'd like to. 1 minute here on the back to feel the effects of the pose, of the butterfly pose, forward bending, stretching into the inner thighs. Notice notice what's happening inside your body now. Notice what's here. Bend your knees, slowly draw them in, and wrapping arms around the legs, lift your head up towards your knees, squeeze into a ball, and release your head back down, and roll to one side, coming up and taking it into sleeping swan pose. So the right leg is in front and the left leg comes back behind you, and the foot can be close back to the hip or farther out in front of you. That's up to you. The target area is the glutes, the right buttock. As you come forward, you can feel it out. See if you want to angle your torso toward the left or toward the right, or if you want to drop over onto the left hip or the right. And just use your intuition here. You can move it around in the beginning of the pose till you find the place where you can stretch this back, this outer hip on the right side. Some people will sit all the way over on the hip and even bend the back leg. So all these variations in Yin Yoga are valid. Use your intuition and soften and eventually find a place of stillness. And some people will stay up on the elbows and forearms, and you might come farther down, hands on the, or forehead on the hands, or you might bring your forehead all the way to the ground. So if you have knee pain in this posture, then that's kind of a red flag that it's not a good posture for you to change the angles of the body or to come onto the back and do the figure 4 pose or sit this pose out. And slowly releasing and coming up to downward facing dog, or you can switch through child's pose. If you come to dog, walk the legs, bending one knee at a time. And then taking the other leg forward, left leg into sleeping swan. And once again, in the beginning of the pose, you can fish around, finding the right angles of torso, back leg, hips, and eventually settling in, feeling the stretch in the left glutes, positioning yourself so that you can feel it there, or coming onto your back for that figure four pose. And slowly releasing and making your way onto your back for 1 minute of rest. 1 minute to feel the rebound. Feel the body's response to the posture. Feel the energy moving through your body. Maybe it begins at the outer hips and the glutes, which were just being stimulated, and then it might shift and spread, finding different pathways through your body. And releasing, bending the knees, and draw them in toward the chest and gently rock side to side. And now taking your feet onto the ground and finding that block or stack of books for supported bridge pose or golden gate. So the supported bridge, we take this block at the middle height or the 6-inch stack of books, and then the feet can stay here. This is the bridge version. If you extend your legs forward, similar sensation, it's called the golden gate pose. You might get more in the hip flexors in the front of the hips here, and just a generally deeper stretch. You can experiment with the leg position. You could have legs go wider or narrower, and bent knees could come wider if you have them bent. Play around with it. Let the back of your neck be long. Hold the pose for 3 minutes. Making sure that this block or stack of books is not in the small of the back. It's not in the soft part of the back. It's the sacrum. It's underneath the hard part, the big bone at the back of the pelvis, supporting you there. And now releasing the pose, feet come flat on the ground, lift the hips and slowly remove that block. And now coming to a rest for 1 minute, this time with the soles of the feet together, the knees wide, and the hands on the belly. And noticing the sensations after the back bend, particularly what's happening around your sacrum and your lower back. This area of bone and fascia is very much stimulated by back bends, by that last posture we did. And feel the breath as you breathe right into this area, right into the low back, the sacrum. And draw the knees together. Draw them in towards your chest. Circle the knees around very slowly, 3 times in one direction. And 3 times in the other direction. Feeling the sacrum. Good, and now roll all the way onto one side. Come up to sit for half butterfly pose. Taking your left leg forward, your right leg bent, and coming forward over your left leg. 3 minutes here, so you can modify this pose by sitting up on as much of a lift as you'd like, blanket, a folded blanket, or a pillow or 2. Experimenting in this posture is also a good idea. If you take your torso a little bit to the right, you might get different sensations than if you take it directly over the leg. And breathing into the pose, staying present with your breath, present with your body, with each moment that passes. And all there is this moment, right now. This body, this breath that's being breathed right now. And slowly release the pose. Pause at the top when your spine comes upright and just feel into the spine. And change sides. Right leg forward, left leg bent. And slowly releasing your second side of half butterfly. Come onto your back, rest 1 minute. Any comfortable position here. You can always bend your knees during these rests and have the knees rest against each other if that feels better. Notice what's happening inside. Notice the rebound. No need to respond to what's happening. No need to understand what you notice, but just notice, just feel. Feel the aliveness of this body. Feel the energy awake, moving, shifting, healing. And now bending the knees, draw them in towards your chest. And taking one hand onto each knee, circle your knees around 3 times in one direction. Massaging right around the edges of the sacrum. And then 3 times in the other direction. Good, and now a spinal twist. So taking your hips to the left a few inches, and 2 choices of how to do your twist today. You could have your right leg straight, your left foot on top of your knee, and then cross the knee over with your left arm spreading out to the side, or both knees up to the side. So whichever one of those feels better to you. We'll take it for 3 minutes on each side. In the spinal twist, you always have a choice of how much you tuck your knees up or not. You can have any angle that you want here, whatever feels right for your body today, whatever contributes to the best feeling twist in your spine. Maybe turning the head away from the knees, or maybe just having the head more centered. Give yourself permission to find the angles that feel right here, to use your intuition. You know your body the best. You know what feels good. And slowly releasing the first side of your twist. And slowly, slowly change over to the second side. So maybe again your left leg is straight this time, right leg is bent over, or both knees bent. And now slowly release, just come over onto your side. So keep the legs where they are, roll all the way over onto the left, and rest and pause here, closing the eyes. And making a transition now to legs up the wall pose. So finishing the practice, if you don't have a wall that's convenient to put your legs up, you could rest in Shavasana on your back instead. So taking our last final relaxation here. This is a wonderful position for unwinding at the end of the day, releasing stagnation from the legs, letting gravity work in the opposite direction on the legs. And in this position, It's best usually to not have anything under the head, no pillow or folded blanket, but just let the head and the back of the neck be long and flat. Your arms can be out to the sides, or they can bend at the elbows or rest up over your head, or hands could rest right on top of your belly. And bending the knees and slowly starting to come away from the wall, rolling over onto one side. And slowly, slowly, head comes up last as you make your way up to a sitting position. And sitting with your spine tall. Place the palms together in front of your heart and chanting Om softly 3 times. Let this be a lullaby to yourself. So exhale, emptying the lungs first, softening the body. And now inhaling. Om. Om. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this class, and I would love it if you'd take a quick moment to leave me a comment and let me know how this practice worked for you. See you next time. Thanks for joining.